What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory. We are back once again, hopefully going to make it to another final. Obviously in the last episode we got some good rewards at last, a 35k pack and a 25k pack. We packed Walkout Extinct Busquets for 35k. Happy days with that. Obviously we made some really nice profit and I'm hoping that we can again go really far in the draft. However, as I said at the start of the last episode and the one before that and the one before that, I'm due an early exit. I've got to the final 8 consecutive times, winning 6 of them. I can't keep that up. I just can't. We got some good formations here. The 4-3-1-2 might not be too bad. I'm going to go for the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. I think that's probably going to be a good formation for me with the way I play. I do rely quite heavily on wingers. And let's start with this Sergio Aguero. He's got Deadeye, so shooting and passing boost, which is actually quite nice. I don't know if it boosts that curve, but his dribbling's nice anyway. His pace is nice, so he's going to be an absolute clinical finisher for us up there. And then if we do get centre forward Messi, he'll obviously get the soft link. We didn't get centre forward Messi. In fact, we didn't really get anyone to help link us there. Martinez has got some good pace, good positioning and finishing, but not really what we want. Volland has got really nice shooting and dribbling, good physicals. I'm going to take this Volland card. I don't think he'll probably be in the squad come the end of the build. Funnily enough, I'm happy to get this out of the way now. I'm really happy to just get this done and know for a fact that I won't get silver players in my last few picks when I might potentially need them. In at the left mid spot, Coman's a good card. Good dribbling, good pace, decent enough crossing. Morales is actually a good card as well. His dribbling and ball control are really nice. His pace is nice. Carrasco just is going to be so hard to fit in unless we've got like a Lukaku and a De Bruyne. And Horta has got a good card, a really good card. You wouldn't mind putting him in at like Cam as a sub. But I think we're going to take Kingsley Coman. Obviously, soft links to Volland, which is nice. So we could go down a Bundesliga path here somewhere down the line. Camacho would be ideal for the Bundesliga path, but I think I want to take Jordan Henderson. Or do I want to take Wanyama? He was good for us last time we had him in the draft. What height is he? 6 foot, medium height. I do want to take Wanyama. I think he's going to be good for us, especially if we can get like a few more Spurs players or Premier League players in general. We don't get a Premier League player here. Could take Rigoni. Soft links to the Argentinians. This draft isn't really going very good for us. Could take Klaus here. His shooting is just so bad. No, that's a terrible card. I'm not taking that. What do we have here? Phillips doesn't work. Elzar doesn't work. I guess we take Rigoni. He's got good pace and okay dribbling, shooting and passing. Like, it's quite well rounded. He has 5-star, 4-star as well, which is nice. This is going to be a tough draft, dudes, here. This is going to be a really tricky one. Kieran Trippier is definitely the guy that I've got to go for. We got Spurs players. We got Premier League players down that right-hand side specifically. So I definitely... Ooh, do I want to go with Nathaniel Klein? No, Trippier's passing is way better. So we're going to go with Kieran Trippier and hope that that pays out for Premier League defenders. Now, we do get Sacco, but he only soft links. If I take Koulibaly... It's problems, isn't it? Because we're going to have to rely heavily on a 3-league hybrid, which is never going to work out. We're going to have to take Sacco. I don't necessarily want to take him. I don't think he's a good card. Medium high 6'2 is nice. Defending is okay. Physicals are really good. Pace is terrible. This is really shaping up to be a tricky draft. Do I want Koscielny or David Luiz? David Luiz has backbone, defending, passing, and physical, which is quite nice. Laurent Koscielny has shadow. Definitely what I want. We're gonna go with Koscielny in there, and then obviously strong links into Sacco as well, which is nice. And as a Frenchman, we've got kind of like a little French theme going on. So now I can take this. I could take Kolasinac and get him on 10 chem, but I think Hernandez is ideal here because he soft links to Koeman, giving him 7 chem. And now, other than the goalkeeper and the cam, we're in an all right spot here to get a decent enough squad. So in goal, David De Gea is perfect there. I mean, that's nice. We're up to 89 chemistry. It's shaped up to be a bit of a better team. I would still like quality Premier League striker, preferably French. Inform Lacazette would be ideal. What do we get here? Giuliano, Angel, Vitolo, Justina, Rodriguez. Let's take Giuliano. Is he still 5-star? No, 4-star skill moves these days. Yeah, it would be really nice to get Lacazette. And obviously Aubameyang would be great as well. Yarmolenko, ooh. I want Sané. Doesn't work. Maybe I take him for a sub. Mane and or Sané would be good. Yarmolenko would be ideal because Premier League fits over there. Yeah, like let's be smart. Let's be smart. Let's go for a good first team instead of focusing on good subs because good subs will come. Sabitzer, on that note, would be a good sub. Do I want Gross? I kind of just got to take him because he's Premier League. So we'll take him, we'll pop him up into that cam spot. That puts us up to 95 chemistry. And he actually soft links to Volland as well, which is quite nice. It doesn't actually change chemistry in any way. But this is, I mean, this is a bad squad. We've got a couple of standout players. But this is not what we want, man. You know, we've got really low rated team. Like, Aguero is standout. De Gea is standout. Potentially Koeman is standout. The rest of our team is trash. This is going to be a tough draft, man. This is going to be a really tough draft. Let's take Neres there. This is it. This is our last few picks. Now, our defense, although it's relatively low rated, is quite clean. So I don't mind using the back line that we've got. Obviously, if we do get a good upgrade, I'll take it. We're not looking to get a good upgrade here at all. Let's take Musacchio, though. He is a good card. And then our final defensive pick, Alexandro. He just doesn't link with anyone. But I'm going to take him because of how good he is. Our final two midfielders. It's not what we need right there, is it? That is not what we need. Our last midfielder here. This is a tough draft right here. Mesut Ozil's nice. Kante is ideal. Let's get that. Let's pop him up into there. Obviously, as a Frenchman as well, gives out really good links. That is another standout player. We've now got 3 standout players. Very happy with that. And then our final 2 picks. Oh, happy days. Eden Hazard. Now, our left back would go off chem. And we don't have a Premier League player to put up front. I've got to take him, though. I've got to take him. It's going to be a downturn on chemistry initially. That Pellegrini card is a nice, well-balanced card. I mean, I could take Danilo, start him at striker, and then sub him off immediately. But I actually don't have any amazing subs. I really don't have any amazing subs. Eden Hazard does lose us 1 chem point, as we expected. I mean, this is a nice squad. I can get it onto 100 chemistry. If we start Wanyama and then sub on Koeman, happy days. Now, if we just get a Premier League manager, we'll get 100 chemistry as well, which would be fantastic. Is that enough as well? So that's enough. The Liga Santander, in fact, we'll take him anyway because he gets the left back up to 8 chemistry. We got a 184 there, dudes. Might be able to get it up to a 185. I haven't really played around with the bench there. I don't know if I want to start with Volland. Do we get a 185 off of this? Ooh. Do we get a 186 off of this? No. Nowhere near enough. Perotti's not going to be enough to send that up there. You know, bringing on Koeman as a sub. Alexandro as a good sub. I could actually bring on Alexandro for Wanyama. Play Alexandro at left mids. And put Hazard up front with Aguero. And then we'd have Hazard and Aguero up front. Kante at CDM and De Gea in goal. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think we'll swap Hazard to the striker role. Alexander into that left mid spot. And then what we'll have is we'll have Kingsley Coman as a sub for Yarmolenko later on in the game when we want to abuse the wings. And we'll go from there. Now, before we get into the game, I want to show you what I'm going to do in my custom tactics. I get a lot of people ask me for custom tactics. All the time I do this. It just seems to be the one that I like. We don't want too many players in the box, corners and free kicks down there. And then for instructions, we want Kante to stay back while attacking and to cover the centre. And then we want Wanyama to stay central and get in behind, and Aguero to stay central and get in behind. Everything else I'm just going to leave as default. So that, guys, is going to be the squad and the draft. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-3-1-2 team. Some really nice players here. Informed Ben Yedder, Royce and Barkley. Griezmann, Fekir, Goretzka, Azpilicueta and Alonso, De Gea in net. I mean, I look at this team and I'm just sitting here hoping that this is the kind of guy that got a good draft but isn't a good player. My team is okay. We talked about when building it that we've got a few beasts in there. Hazard and Aguero are very good. Kante is obviously very good. De Gea is very good. But outside of that, my team is really, really bad. The players are just not quite what you need in a team. Not quite good enough in any way. So it's always going to be tough. But we got the first goal there with Gross. Scored a nice time finesse. But my opponent did pull it back to 1-1 here with Barkley. Great little step inside from Barkley there. And finesse that to the far post and get it back in at 1-1. But I was generally in control in this game. He was like lunging around with his defenders. You can see actually one thing that I've focused on and improved in my own gameplay a lot recently is just allowing the AI to defend for me. It's something that I just couldn't grasp in previous years. Both FIFA 17 and FIFA 18, I manually defended all the time. And it was constantly a big downfall for me because the AI just defend better than you do. That's just a fact. It's just the way it is. There's very, very few pros out there that manually defend. And Skills had been trying to tell me for a long time, dude, just let the AI do it. And I was always scared. Like when I'm not controlling the defenders and the guy standing on the top of the box, he just shoots here, he's going to score. But people just don't recognize. So when I saw that guy was manually defending, he kept switching into his defenders and stuff, I just knew that I'd be able to pull him apart and pull him around and get myself some easy goals, and that's exactly what happened. Into the second round, another good team. Eden Hazard, Inform Lacazette, Sergio Ramos, Nacho Fernandez, Gaeta, who's a bit meh, but Mendy, who's a good card. It's not a great squad. I'd say probably actually this is probably a squad very akin to mine. He's got like 4 or 5 incredible players, and then he's got a whole bunch of like really bang average, not very good players. And we did get the first goal here. It took a while though, but I think that was Gross again from that cam spot, getting into the good positions. However, I threw the lead away on the stroke of half-time. A silly pass from me, just after half-time. A silly pass from me that led to an equaliser for this guy after 47 minutes. However, into extra time, he gets a corner that comes in. I try and bring De Gea out. Mistakes were made. I utilise the goalkeeper movement quite a lot. I bring out my goalkeeper quite a lot, especially from corners and free kicks, because you could just push them into the position that they need to be in to catch the ball. That guy had played a fair few corners into like the area that I ran De Gea, and then he just changed it out where he was playing his corners to. So we got an easy goal, an easy header. I equalised and then eventually got a header of my own from a corner deep into injury time of extra time to win 3-2. And that was by no means an easy win. But Sergio Aguero there scoring the goal to get me 3-2 up against Steve. Steve was a good player. You can see there he got 10 shots on me, 7 on target. It was a tough game, could have gone any way. But we move in to the semi-final. 88 chemistry, 84 rated. He's got a nice team. Messi, informed Felipe Anderson, informed Fraser. He's got Carvajal, another one with Sergio Ramos, Ter Stegen, Van Dijk, who is a monster. If you remember in yesterday's draft episode, we had Van Dijk, and he was incredible. And this guy scores a really nice goal there. Lovely little roulette. And you can actually see I'm selecting my defenders there. If I was just controlling my midfielders, he probably wouldn't score there. But it didn't really make too much of a difference because although he went 1-0 up very early on, I was just comfortable in this game. I kept plying away. I knew eventually I was going to get a really good opportunity to score, and it came from Aguero, and what a strike that was. I actually mistimed the finesse late, but as you guys well know, if it's late, it's essentially like a regular finesse. So Aguero hits a regular shot against him there and manages to score a good goal. And then eventually we got 2-1 up there with Kante, of all people, finding himself on the penalty spot with an open goal and an easy shot to put me 2-1 up and send me through to yet another final. I'm absolutely blown away with my own performances in draft so far since we started Draft to Glory. We've made a whole bunch of profit. Obviously, Inform Ben Yedder and Busquets are 2 of the biggest players that we packed. But let alone from the profit that we made, we've just been playing great, And into the final, I was worried about this team. Although he's only got 76 chemistry, he's got Koulibaly, he's got Inform Hazard, he's got the ones to watch Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, and Zonzi and Fred, who are both good players. Like, this is a really, really tough team to play against, especially with that attack, especially with the way my back line is. But Aguero again coming up, absolute trumps for us, scoring a couple of dragbacks there, one deflected shot coming back to Aguero. and one deflected shot going back, well, one drag back going into a shot that went into the back of the net. However, my man ended up equalising late on in the half. I don't know how he played this ball that he plays here, but look at this. He chips that so high. I've never seen anything like it. And then Bales peels off at the far post for an easy tap-in for a nice finish there to make it 1-1. However, into the second half, I was absolutely all over this guy. I really started to expose his low-chem defenders. You know, Socrates there on 4 chemistry. And eventually I found the space, had a shot, but missed the shot there. Get a little bit of space with Coleman here. Wait for Aguero to hit the top of the box, and then an easy finesse there. Brilliantly timed. Finesses around the goalkeeper to make it 2-1 in the 58th minute. And then just 10 or so minutes later, we go down the left-hand side with Alexandro. Lots of time, lots of space here. You know, this guy's getting a little bit erratic now, just really trying to get up the field. Great ball into Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard waits for the runs, gets into some space with some La Croquetas, finesses it, and that is a beautiful goal to secure the draft win and send us through again. Now, what's that? 7 draft victories out of 9. Couldn't be happier, guys. That is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. All right, guys, so we win again. I don't know what's come over me. I am absolutely on fire in every facet of FUT right now. In FUT Rivals, I'm in Division 4 by choice. I could be up as high as Division 2, but I decided to relegate myself for easier games for rewards. In Weekend League, the time of recording this video, on my pack-only Road to Glory, link to that series down below, I'm 17-3, having one of the best weekends I've had in a long, long time. And then on draft, guys, I mean, look at my record. Look at the record, and we threw one of the games on purpose. Now, let's even assume that we went and lost that game. 34-2, 7 wins from 9 entries. I am so happy with that. This team is great. It was tough. The team was great, but it's not great at the same time. It was really, really tough. You know, Yarmolenko doesn't really have the pace. My back line doesn't really have much pace other than Hernandez, but even then he doesn't have a chem style that boosts pace. Sacco is slow. Trippier is quite slow. You know, Kante is obviously a bit of a beast. Gross wasn't very good. He scored a couple of goals for me. He's got great stamina as well, to be fair, and having 4-star skill moves definitely helped right up in there for him. But I think this guy, for me, was the star of the show. Sergio Aguero scored so many clutch goals. Every single game, except for the first round, was incredibly challenging. All of my opponents were very, very good. And as you can see by the narrow victories, 3-2, 2-1, and 3-1, it was just tough, man. And Sergio Aguero absolutely carried me and saved me several games there. So let's see what we get as our rewards. How lucky are we going to be today? Of course, of course, of course. 5 out of 7, we've got this as our reward. I don't even have any words anymore. I'm kind of just lost at the moment. You know, we got the one time we got the 2 25k packs and 2 5k packs, which I would much prefer compared to this, even if we pack something good. And then one time we got the 25k pack and a 35k pack, from which of course we packed Busquets that sold for a lot of coins. But I mean, dudes, this luck is terrible. Now, if we can get one good rare gold pack, I'll be chuffed. One board player, one inform, one walkout, one something, I'll be happy. What do we get? So we don't get a board in the first one. It's never a good start when it's Italian. It's going to be Regani. I mean, it's an 82 rated, but the problem is, unless there's something else that's really good that's 82 rated in here, it's tough. There you go. And that's why it's tough. You know, we just don't make coins off of this. We get discard price for all 3 of these. Maybe not Bravo. No, discard price for all 3 of those. So 714, 2,100. We'll get nearly 1,000 coins for the consumables, 3,100. Fitness card, 1,000, 4,100. And then Regani, maybe 1,000, 5,100. With the other pack, we would have made like 3 or 4k, 8,000 maybe. With the match coins, we'll be up to about 11k. And so we need 4k off of this final pack just to break even. How's our luck, EA? Come on, hit me with something for giving me the trashiest reward. No walkout. Is it going to be a board or an inform? It is a board. There we go. Happy days. English. Right wing. Raheem Sterling. Let's go. That is another huge pull. Not a walkout. Not a walkout. But that is immense. Oh, that's nice. How much is he selling for? Oh, that is fantastic. That's like a 30k player right there, guys. 32k player, maybe even as much as 35k. That is fantastic. As I say, I'm going to sell Rudiger here for 3K or so. We definitely, I mean, we make huge profit again here. I'm happy. In the end, I'm happy. That doesn't take away from the fact that these packs are still generally tragic. Raheem Sterling is great to get. 3-star, 4-star, high medium, great pace, great dribbling. Not the best stamina. I'm going to sell him, even though he would be good for my first owner road to glory. I've got Mahrez UCL and I've got, man, I pulled my hair out there. I've got Mahrez UCL and I've got Lucas Player of the Month. So if Sterling's selling for like 35k, I want to take those coins. That is back-to-back drafts, guys, where we have made very good profit. I still believe 100% that reward is just terrible. We just got really fortunate that Raheem Sterling was a player that we packed. And there you go. We sold straight away for 34k. We sold Rudiger for 3k and an Anchor Chem star there. I'm going to leave those on just so I can show the people on the pack only road to glory what we got. But amazing pack. Amazing pack. 35k plus all the others. We probably made about 30,000, maybe 35,000 coins total profit off of that draft. Can't complain about that at all. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.